ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಲಕ್ನೋ ಜಂಕ್ಷನ್
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hello and welcome. This is Voltas presents Cricbuzz Live. It's a double-header Sunday, which feels normal because last Sunday there was just the one game in the evening, so it just kind of felt abnormal. I mean, the show anyway is not normal, but it felt even more away from normal with just the one game. But good to see that normal service has been resumed. It got resumed last night after SRH scored 670 runs in 12 overs. And now it's a double-header Sunday, so everything just seems fine. That's right. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, Bhattacharjya and Pommie Mbangwa. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Loving it. Absolutely loving it.
How the hell are you?
I'm good. How the hell are you?
I'm good.
It's good to see you.
Good to be here. It's good to see you. And happy birthday for the other day.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. Does everybody know that we call you Peter Pan?
No, I don't think people...
They do now.
They do now, yes.
Yeah, they know now.
Yeah.
Peter Pan. Yeah. And whatever they say, it's a trick. It's a lie. Don't grow up.
Yeah, that's true. It's overrated, man. I tried it once, like a few months. It's so boring. Keep quiet, Tinkerbell. The elders are talking. It's really boring. So there's no point. This is what life is meant to be. Sit, have a chat with your friends, eat some food, drink some tea.
Or coffee.
Yeah. Or any beverage of your choice. It's Sunday after all.
Exactly.
As the great Rajnikant said in Chalbaz, aaj Sunday hai, din mein daru peene ka day hai.
Slowly.
Rajnikant, who you know, is the biggest star in Chennai, bigger than MS Dhoni as well, and nobody will throw a stone at me for saying that because it's the truth.
Right.
And he says, aaj Sunday hai, today is Sunday.
Aaj Sunday hai.
Din mein daru peene ka day hai.
Peene ka day hai.
Which means it's you drink in the daytime. Okay. Day drinking on a Sunday. Or as Pommie calls it, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Very good. You're not far off. I was just saying that to enjoy this morning.
You are even more Rajnikant than Rajnikant, and
what
that's tough to do.
It's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
It is. It's sunset somewhere.
And we are talking about coffee.
Yeah, we are. It's, though I'll tell you something though, the desert, the sun is shining in the afternoon, which is why it surprises me that Bangalore has won the toss and chosen to field, because I always feel like, and Pommie, you'll tell us, right? Better to have two people in the middle sweating and baking and flambing rather than all 11.
Yeah, look, I think there is an obsession with chasing.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Because in the afternoon games, even when, if we go back to previous seasons, even when teams, keen to chase, we want to know what we're chasing, in the evening games, you can kind of say they might be due later and it's a problem, right? And we don't want that issue. These days, it's more an issue of really don't know how many runs to set. So we're going to endure the sun. It's still not holding out, actually, because if you bat first and you get about 200, let's scrap yesterday, okay? Yeah. But if you bat first and you get about 200, then you generally will win. And that's in this season.
Yeah, it's true, though, Joy. The thing is that I understand. First game in Jaipur. Right?
Exactly, that's my point.
So they want to, obviously, they don't know what.
They don't
but we've seen that day games, you give them a chance to bat first. This is, let's bear in mind that Rajasthan is a batting unit that is a bit under stress. The Bangalore batting unit is more well-oiled than the Rajasthan batting unit. They're also playing a better shot. To give them that chance to go in, get that surface nice and plump and juicy, ready for the picking.
It may be playing a little bit into Rajasthan's hand. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Sanjay would have done. I mean, what he said he would have done had he won the toss. But it's interesting. He said he wanted to bowl first. He wanted to bowl first. So obviously, I think the big point is nobody knows what this pitch is all about. That's the only logical explanation for it. Because, why should 11 guys run out when 2 guys can stand and ball to all parts of the ground?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, early in the season, I reckon I'm inclined more. So when you get to these pitches that are new and you look at them, the expectation should be that it'll be a good one. I think that's the way you should go. And then later on, when you turn up, the pitches and everyone's played everywhere, and you're not entirely sure. I can understand okay, you have a bet on that, because when we think something might happen here, we're not sure what's going to happen here, so we can handle chasing, and you decide on your assessment how many is enough on there.
Also, Bangalore is confident because everything about that team, and that's why I love it, and that's why I have them as one of my contenders this year. Everything with them is just upside down, right? And here they are playing an away game, going, we're confident about this, right? Because we don't win at home.
we win.
We go, we win, and we win big, right? I mean, the Kolkata win was a comprehensive win. The Chennai win was comprehensive. The Mumbai win was not. This is looking a little closer than it actually was.
It was.
It was comprehensive.
It was.
Because
it was
never had a
Bangalore's
chance.
game all through.
They never had a chance.
Yeah, because 12 runs and over is a lot. So if you lose by 12 runs, you've lost by an over, right?
True.
Actually, you've lost by an over and a bit. So
that's
comprehensive in the course of 20 overs.
Yeah, and really it was pretty much their game all through. But they'll obviously be confident playing in Jaipur. But isn't it just really weird how this upside down thing is happening? How do they break it?
I mean, that's the point. It just, yes. I mean, they looked. Firstly, this Chennai Swami surface. Everyone said lots of runs here. You can't. Suddenly, the dance surface has changed.
Yeah.
You have a situation. Secondly, what are the odds that the one team who you score a decent score, because it was a decent score that Bangalore put up, has in their ranks a guy who's been playing on this surface since the age of 12.
True.
KL Rahul.
Yeah.
So your odds are he's the one guy who knew the surface, and if you notice that match, he's talking throughout to Stubbs.
Yeah.
He's turning around, telling him, play straight, do this, do that. Because, dude, I played here, I know this surface.
Yeah.
So what are the odds? It was also a lot.
Fair point.
So much of it is also luck, circumstance. One game they win, everything will change. But also, this is not that Chinnaswamy 240 kind of surface anymore.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's more going on in this. And I don't think they had also anticipated that the ball will turn or, hold up as much as it did in the last match.
Fair. Well, I guess in that case, it's not a bad thing for Bangalore to chase. Because again, if you don't know what's happening in your home ground, you probably don't know what's happening in another ground as well. Because that's what it is. I feel like all pitch reports are anywhere part fact, part fiction, right? Because you are trying to see the future. So
Like every good story, yeah.
Like every good story. So
like life.
Like life itself. You never know when it's going to turn.
Yeah, you don't have a clue. Yeah.
All right, but I tell you what is fact is the teams that are coming out into the park. So Rajasthan, of course, is going to be batting first. Let's have a look at their team, see if they've made any changes. This is their batting team. So they have Vanindu Hasaranga is back in the team. So that's good news for them, at least on the bowling front with the batting. Again, I don't know how much it lengthens their batting. Now, bear in mind, this is their batting team, right?
Yeah.
And you tend to look at this and you're going, hang on, it seems definitely leaner than every other team who's playing proper bats till 8, Joy.
Yeah, let's have a look at it again. That's what I'm wondering. I mean, are they depending a lot on... Yeah, Jofra at 8 is...
And Hasaranga at 7.
Yeah.
Isn't everyone playing one position higher than they perhaps
I would say yes. I would say yes. And their bowlers just can't bat. None of those guys can bat. I mean, Sandeep Sharma is a IPL legend, but he cannot bat. So that's the thing. They have 9, 10, 11 who are literally, I mean, they're not really there. Jofra Archer is a bit of hit and miss at 8. And Hasaranga is hit and miss. So literally, yeah, you need top 6 to do their jobs. It's a very strong top 6, but you need the top 6 to do
Here's the thing, Pommie. I'm feeling it's counterintuitive. It reminds me of that line from Ocean's 13, where Eddie Izzard tells George Clooney and Brad Pitt that you're analog thieves in a digital world. Right?
That's a great line.
Which basically I'm implying is that Rajasthan's playing like old school cricket, right? It's like 6 batters, 5 bowlers.
Yeah.
In a time where everybody's playing batting up till 8 and 6 to 7 bowling options. What is your opinion on that?
I think that simplicity is the greatest sophistication, right? In that skippers want options, but I reckon they need to have a certain number of options, and that's it. And they therefore can sort of work with what they've got. And with when you look at Rajasthan, when it comes to what their bowling is, they do want to kind of shift and kind of mix and match, but they know who their bowlers are.
Yeah.
With regard to their batting, they kind of stick to certain roles. And if you pick a side as they've done today, should you run into a whole lot of trouble, essentially what you end up doing is you could kind of substitute the batter that's gone and put in another one in, right? And then your group stays together with regard to bowling. And that's okay. So you still have all those, all 5 of those bowlers with a bit from someone and a bit from somewhere else. I think they back their bowlers, they'll back who they have as their main bowlers and expect that'll go okay. I suppose it's helped also by the fact like a Jofra Archer is suddenly going really well. I say suddenly, we expected the part that he's giving now right from the beginning, but it didn't quite happen that way. Maybe a blessing in disguise that it didn't quite happen that way because he's absolutely on fire now.
Yeah, he is. And that's the thing. I think Rajasthan will also do what we kind of classically see with their impact subs. That, or if our batting gets into trouble, we can get a batter in. And if the batting goes really well, we'll get a bowler in, and then the captain will just have another option.
Correct.
Kunal Singh Rathore is a wicketkeeper batter, but I mean, so, he's also a wicket-keeping backup just in case. It's Shubham Dubey who's basically their batting sub who has an opportunity, who will probably come in if their batting is this thing. But because the other 3 are all bowlers. The other 3 are all bowlers, so their only batting backup is Shubham Dubey. So if there's a collapse, Shubham Dubey. But look, what they're telling, I think also, the message that they're very clearly sending their lineup, which is this is where they've spent their money. Yeah. They spent so much money that they couldn't really chase Josh Butler. That's the truth of it. You spent your money on this Indian top 4, top 5, top 6.
Yep.
Other than Hetmeyer. So these guys have to come to the party. You've been paid well. You've been looked after. This is your team. We've given you the plum position to bat at. Now go and do your jobs because you haven't yet really done it.
And it's not, we look at that. As a captain, would you rather have the extra batter or the extra bowler? I'm thinking you want the extra bowler because ultimately that old saying, batters win you games, bowlers win you trophies, right? I'm just saying in case one bowler just has a bad day. A lot of the greats are having bad days. Yeah, Archer's had one, Shami had one. You bowl your 4 overs, you go for 60 plus.
Yeah, the simplicity I think is both ways. And what Joy is saying is kind of exactly right. If you have 6 batters, you hope that 6 batters is sufficient.
Yeah.
That is the hope, right? You hope that all your batters will bat as if there is the option of another batter, so fearlessly and take it to them, take the aggressive option. But if they do, they hopefully don't actually get out. They bat, and freeing them up from a mindset perspective gets them to bat longer, and you only need 6 of them. And then you can make the choice and have the extra bowler later on. But if you don't, and if you can't, well, such is life, and you work with what you got with bowlers in hand. But given the option, I agree 100% with you that which do you want more of? Definitely you want more of the bowling options because it's been a run fest as far as the tournament is concerned.
Yeah. We'll have a look at the Bangalore team now. They are bowling first and looks like they've made no changes there as well.
So basically Suyash is in there.
Yeah.
And Suyash just goes out. That's the only thing. And Devdutt Padikkal comes in. That's been their standard substitution that they've gone for.
Absolutely.
And Suyash, see, in these conditions, it's interesting. Yeah, 2 spinners. Effectively 2 spinners. Liam Livingstone that expect also to bowl a little bit in these conditions.
Absolutely. And Liam Livingstone has been doing a fair bit of bowling as well. But there you go. You've got Josh Hazlewood, Yash Dayal, Bhuvi to do the quick bowling. And then you've got Suyash, you've got Krunal Pandya, who's just so clever with the ball. And you've got Liam Livingstone. So there you go. You've got 6 proper. I'm calling Liam Livingstone a proper bowling option because he's been bowling for club and country pretty much everywhere he's playing.
Every captain uses him as an option.
Yeah.
And even if they decide not to use him, they will consider him in their planning. So yeah, should the situation arise where they require him, he's more than a part-time bowler.
Yeah.
He's not one of those guys you think, I've got nowhere to go, I'm going to go to him. No, it's I've got these guys. When am I going to use him? Do I use him? When someone comes in and I think spins the go, I'm looking at his 4 overs to try and get him. maybe it'll be 2 because I'm successful. And again, he gets him out in the second over. But he certainly is one of those that figures in the bowling group.
Also, he gives you that option. So he'll bowl leggies with the right-hander.
Yeah.
He'll bowl off-spin to the left-hander. And basically, nobody's going to be... So the great thing about Livingstone is, especially in grounds where you're on one side of the pitch or the other side of the pitch, he can change his bowling to make sure that you hit toward the longer side.
Yeah. That's a big advantage, right, of having Livingstone there, because these days with the square being so big, you don't know which pitch is going to come. It just is such a disadvantage for captains, because you're suddenly going, hang on, this bowler is not an option from this end, because the boundary is like 20 feet away.
Yeah, correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's...
It's kind of like Kamindu Mendes.
Yeah.
Left arm and right arm, right? Okay, there's the shorter side, I'm going to bowl my off spinners. Oh, there's the shorter side, I'll bowl my left arm spin. Away you go. And you have this in one guy. who is a batter.
He's his own impact sub.
There you go. So
I
it's a really, really good weapon to have, particularly when these guys are more than part-timers, whatever they're bowling, whether it's leggies or offies, in reference to Livingstone. And also, and it's disappointing, I guess, that with bat in hand, he hasn't gone as well as they might have liked or would expect. But it is worth backing him because of what he does as a package when going well. So many teams, as they go through the tournament, and particularly if you've started well, what you're looking at is not what your players can't do. So RCB have started really well. As a team, you look at them and you think, oh, you know what? This team is going okay. Actually, they figure if you were to pick a few teams right now, they're one of them that you pick because they're going quite well. And if some are not quite firing, you bide your time. And when the critical time comes, perhaps they will be firing because of the faith you show in them, because they get to adapt over time, and then everything kind of falls into place at the right time. So you can go with them.
Fair, you carry them, and we've seen that's the Chennai business model of previous years, right? Where they'll just carry.
Or any team that has Glenn Maxwell model.
Stop.
So at some point in time, he landed. But he did in the World Cup.
I was actually going to come to that, because is that the reason why Liam Livingstone is keeping his place over Jacob Bethel and Romario Shepherd, who are 2 options for him? I'll explain it just a little more. Because Livingstone with a bat, I don't think the problem is that he's not getting runs. I think what's disappointing people is the shot selection, right? That he's ending up playing shots which don't seem correct for that point in time, which is a bit of a frustration that people have with Maxwell as well.
Yeah, okay. There's only one thing that I'll say and he's not been having a great run, nor has he shown great decision-making power. I'll just give you one example which may make a difference, is that Riyan Parag in previous season is good because he's also playing today, used to bat at 6.
Fair.
And he didn't really have the maturity at that point to bat at 6, because 6 is a very reactive position, left balls there. He had to immediately get going and he didn't do well. They moved him to 4 last year.
Yeah.
And what results you got? He got a 500-run season because you're back. Liam Livingstone plays for England at 4.
Fair.
He's England's number 4. Now you're batting him out of position. Look at his numbers at 4. Okay, his best numbers are at 4. 14, 24, 22. His average of 38. His strike rate. It's best at 4. So you're taking a guy who's great at 4, but you can't play him at 4 because here in India, you need a guy who plays spin really well to come in at 3-4.
Patidar is playing at 4, which is perfect.
So that's the thing. Their only option is if Patidar goes, if Livingstone goes, Patidar goes to 3. Livingstone comes at 4. They move Padikkal down at 5 and say, son, we'll play the best players at the best position and then whoever else is there, we'll put them there. That's your only real option.
Okay, fair. Now, it's a good segue into the other thing, which is I had Bangalore as one of my contenders. In fact, I started the curtain raiser saying 18-18. It's Virat Kohli 18 and 18 season.
I see where this is going.
And I know that you did not have them as contenders in the pre-game we did for Cricbuzz Live on your YouTube channel also. I noticed you didn't have them as contenders. I'll tell you why. I tell you why I had them.
Go on.
One of the reasons why I had them is because I felt that this Bangalore team had bought well in the auction and they had cast correctly for parts. Right. So they were playing everybody in position. Whether it was their bowlers, they made units, and people were playing in position, which is why I feel Livingstone is sticking out like a sore thumb, because he's really playing out of position right now. But otherwise, as far as their openers are concerned, as far as Patidar for spin at 4, Tim David coming in the end, Krunal Pandya being your guy who can save you at number 8.
Yeah.
So everybody, Jitesh Sharma at 5. So everybody was playing at position, and Liam Livingstone is seeming a little out of it. So that's the reason why I had them as contenders. And why didn't you have them?
I looked at, what do you get from RCB? You get Virat Kohli with 500, 600, 700, 800 runs.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Happens just about every season. You get, and go through the years, you get Yuzvendra Chahal with lots of wickets at fantastic economy. You get a Mohammad Siraj last season, gets wicket up at the front, and so you get all those things, and you get what should be. If you take individual performances, you get a team that should be winning. Will they get that again this season? My answer, from what I've said and kind of been looking at everything, probably. It's most probable. Will they win it? I can't say they will, because they've done it every single time. And if they do, you know what? They'll win it because I didn't jinx them.
Fair enough. I like that. But fair, I think what Pommie's saying makes sense is that the previous years they've had standout individual performances. I just felt that this season it's coming together as a bit more of a team, is what we've seen previously from Chennai, from Gujarat when they won, from Mumbai. The unit does well. And that's what we're seeing. Like, let's take their bowling. Bhuvi's doing well at one point. Josh Hazelwood, Yash Dayal. Krunal Pandya suddenly bowls his 4 overs, and you'll notice he's bowled them for under a run a ball. Is that changing this year, you feel, from what we've seen?
It is. It is. And let me tell you, Mumbai today is what Bangalore used to be in their heyday, which is a team of stars. Okay. You had, A.B. de Villiers, just saying. You had Yuvraj there also. Yuvraj, A.B. de Villiers, Virat Kohli, Chris Gayle. It's a team of stars.
Yeah.
This is, to be honest with you, I did not think that they were a great team coming out of the auction, though they had potential. I believe they are a team capable of winning this year. They are much more a team than I believe the whole is better than the parts this year. And I'm watching them this year, I feel they are a contender. Right now, they're a contender in my opinion.
And right now they're contenders, right? Long season IPL. Very long season.
Absolutely. Fair
and
point.
What's going to be critical is the bowling group they have together. And the fast bowling group are able to bowl what are test match lengths. And when you look at a Bhuvi who just moves it enough, and you look at a Hazelwood who nobody can lay bat on because the length's over there, and it's go back to Curtly Ambrose and Glenn McGrath sort of scenario.
It's on a coin.
Yep, it's very difficult. Despite you knowing it's there, it's still difficult to get away from there. So they have that control and they can operate that way. But can they all stay fit? Can the best of them in their positions stay fit throughout the season? That's the question. If they do, then I think, we're speaking the right language. We're saying they're up there in the shake-up.
What's Bhuvi doing correct? Tell me, as a quick bowler, what's Bhuvi doing so well? They went after him in the auction, and he is paying them dividends.
I think what happens with star performers like Bhuvneshwar...
I mean, a run a ball in the power play is gold.
Do you know what? In times past, this is what he's done, just generally.
Yeah.
And everyone's kind of taken it for granted to be, this is what happens, right? He went away because he had injuries. There were a couple of times he injured, come back a bit soon, and then not quite go as well. But what happens generally is that you're compared to the best version of yourself. And when you are just off, I'll give examples of a Sunil Narayan, a Rashid Khan. When they're just off, what they're delivering... when they're just off, some people would be happy with as their career gains. You know what I mean? And I think it's the same for Bhuvneshwar.
You compare him to him.
Compare him to him, and you think you're not getting enough from him because you know he can do a whole lot better. This season, he's got on a string, he's fit, he's got it moving just a bit, and what he's always been good at is accuracy, and that's it.
I mean, just want to add to it because I know a bit, I've worked with him. So he basically injuries were an issue, and his biggest thing is he's built in the Ajit Agarkar mold of bowlers. They are Ferraris.
Yeah.
Okay, slight people, very thin, slight. So everything is about biomechanics and action.
Nice.
Guys like that, when you're injured, it takes far more of a toll of you.
Okay.
If you're a big, strong, fast bowler, you have the strength in your body to be able to. These guys are like finely tuned machines. Bhuvi, and the way he bowls, you see, it's very Ajit-like. You look at Ajit and say that guy can't bowl at 145, but he used to. He was one of India's fastest bowlers.
Yeah.
Because it's all about their action. So those guys, one thing out of place. One shoulder blade not
What a
working
great
properly.
point.
That's what happens.
I love it. I am going to just call Ajit after this and tell him that you called him a Ferrari.
He's
going to like that.
He's going to love
Hey,
that.
he's going to love it. Hey, chairman's going to love it. The chairman. All right. The last thing, though, with Rajasthan batting first, I would love to see some more runs out of Jaiswal. He is such a pleasing visual when he's batting well. And I'm sure that he himself will be disappointed that he's getting a few away. And when he hits one or two, you're like, this guy's going to score 100 today. He's in form.
Talking about standards.
There you go, yeah.
Second season syndrome was what we said before, but he was all right with that. However, again, when I say standards, the bar is so high that he sets. And I reckon everyone's outside his arc, even early on. And because he's so desperate to field battle, he's I want to field the ball on the bat guy. Yeah. And in the end, he keeps searching and trying to absolutely muscle it away as he tries to reach it and gets out. Gets out early just about every time. And I reckon trying to do a whole lot more than is necessary.
He's trying too hard.
You know what I mean?
I get
He's good already. Like if he just bats for a period of time and maybe even shelve the aggression. I mean, it's an aggressive game. You don't have to tell anyone to be aggressive because that's the game, right? So just shelve it for a little bit and survive 10 balls. How about that?
Just tell him the first 2 overs are a test match.
I just want to look at that graphic again because that the big data for me is the one at the right at the bottom. Inside power play 11 times. In the first 2 overs, he's gone 9 times. What's it telling you? He's exactly what you said. He's going too early. He's going
almost half out of 20 innings.
He's going too early. And I'll tell you what's happening. He was a young kid in the block. He was fearless because he was a young kid in the block. He was the guy making the moves. Now you look around, there's a Priyansh Arya coming along. There's an Abhishek Sharma last year who suddenly came out of nowhere. So suddenly what happens to you, you're no longer the young kid in the block. You say, dude, I need to now, And I just think, when you see him playing, he's just trying too hard. He's not letting the game come to him.
Great point.
But bowlers get smart as well, right? So at the start of Guy's career, you think I'll bowl at the stumps. I'll try left-hander, try and swing it back into him, hit him in front, whatever. It's playing right into his game. As long as it's here and he can hit it, he'll hit it. And he can hit most, whether they're short, they're full, whether you're trying to go across, as long as it's in here. And then what happens is guys think, well, hold on. How about you come and get it from over there? This has got no future for us. You keep whacking absolutely everyone. Let's just put it out here and see what you do.
Yeah.
And he still is, I'm going to smash that. Okay, we'll set the field to that. So he gets away with it a little bit, and then we'll set the field to that. What are you going to do now? I'll still... Caught. Everyone then goes, right, we're not bowling at you. We'll bowl over there somewhere. Occasionally we'll come because you might fall over trying to go over there, but we're going to say, come and hit it from here.
We're seeing so much of it this season, aren't we, Joe? We're seeing with Shafin Rutherford, we're seeing it. Shardul is bowling those kind of just flirting with that wide line again and again.
Fetch me.
Yeah. Love it, love it. So much strategy. See, you keep thinking that T20 is the boom, boom, boom. It's not like that. You got to take your time. There's strategies at play. It's a bit like the joy factor question, where you think you come out of the blocks, go, I can get this. And then it humbles you. Sometimes it humiliates you. Let's see what it does today.
Okay, Ivrian Parag, R.K. Bora, Ruben Paul and Rajat Patidar holds position 2 to 5 in a certain list. Which current captain from this league is in first place?
Well, at least it's down to 10 options.
Yeah, it's down to 10 options.
But one sec, is it a current captain? You said not just captain, not ex-captain, current
Not a
captain.
stand-in captain.
Yeah.
But one second, captain of franchise. You can't say that, Surya Kumar Yadav, because he's India captain, is also counted.
Current captain.
Captain. Okay.
Toss captain. Goes out there.
You can say, Jaws Butler, because he's... sorry.
Because he used to
Oops, not anymore.
And then you'll say say he captained his school team. I don't play those games.
Okay.
All right, listen.
Well, clearly you do.
Yeah, you know, because sometimes the thing with joy is you got to read the fine print because sometimes
Put it up again for everyone.
salesmen become snake oil salesmen. You never know.
Put it up again for everyone.
Look at that innocent face. Will he ever cheat you? No.
No,
Will you buy a
never.
used car from that man?
No chance.
No chance. He's giving you a lemon. And in fact, he's wearing the shirt to show you and mock you. I'm selling you a lemon.
That dealership's not going to be there tomorrow.
Well, I was trying to sell Teslas. That don't work at all nowadays.
Well, there's 2 Ferraris you can sell as of today.
Well, there you go.
All right, well, let us know what you think on X. Send us your answer. We will read it. Elon Musk will probably read it before us, but yeah, we'll let you know if it's correct and you win. All right, gentlemen, we have no idea because the first game in Jaipur.
Ooh.
We don't know which pitch they're playing on.
Nope.
We don't know what the average score is. We know absolutely nothing, which is why I'm telling you that 193 will be scored.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stick to my number because it was there in my head. I 191 for some reason.
191. All right, that's good. That's
It
good.
was just in my head for some reason.
So I had a number as well.
Tell us.
It is 217.
117. He's a big boy.
That's the number I had. I don't have any reason to change it.
You
Why
have no
would I
reason
do
to
that?
change it at all.
Like, no.
You have no reason to get off the mark as well. Just it's fine.
You too? A2
Ooh. Ooh.
Guys, I need a minute. I got to take that knife out and use it to cut my food. Right? Okay, so we're going to see you at the end of the 10th over with Cricbuzz Combox. So do join us then. Our banter will be on the whole day because we're absolutely loving it. Yeah, we are loving it. So we would love it if you join us then again. But thank you so much to Pommie and Joy. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I'm Gaurav Kapur. You were watching Voltas Presents Cricbuzz Live. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत लखनऊ जंक्शन
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Hyderabad Bhattacharjya Express, Nayagati Station, Netaji Bhavan. Hereby